I am Ropa Madzana and this is Today. And let's take you to that top story where 8 members of the Blue Light Brigade will now be finding themselves being transported in the back of police vehicles. Suspended VIP protection members who allegedly assaulted 3 people are being charged. The officers were caught on camera when travelling on the N1 near Fourways. They were part of Deputy President Paul Mashatile's security detail. Heidi Giokos will bring us the very latest on these developments, but let's take you to the briefing that is currently underway.
Okay, can we go? Okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. Perhaps just speak to us about what exactly is going on. How many members are being processed here at the Sandton police station?
We already have 7 at the moment that have arrived. We're still waiting for the last one to come through.
Okay, do you know the whereabouts of the last member?
No, we haven't got to that level as yet because we are still going to process whoever is here, and then thereafter we'll start asking questions as to where are the others.
Okay, just take us through this processing. What exactly are you processing here?
The processing is more like we're charging them with regard to, we're making them ready to appear in court. So they have to be processed in terms of taking fingerprints, taking all the other things that are needed, that SAPS would have to record everything here. They are recorded in the books, and then so that they are ready tomorrow to go to court.
What are they being charged with?
They are charged with assault, which is the first charge, and then they are also charged with malicious damage to property with respect to the vehicle of the victims that was damaged. They would also be charged with pointing of firearm.
Can I ask why this has taken so long? Is it because investigations were underway, and why they are being processed on a Sunday afternoon?
The investigation was underway. Processing them on a Sunday afternoon is because we think it will be better for us to do it tonight before we take them to court tomorrow, because the processing cannot actually take in the morning. An ideal position would be to ask for us to process them in the morning, or we should have processed them last week, but because of the delays that happened that were beyond our control, we couldn't. That's why we opted for today.
So, Robbie, in terms of the investigations, how far are they? We do know that they were the security detail of the Deputy President, and the motive is unclear at this point. How far are investigations? The
investigations are not necessarily completed. We could say we are about 70–80%. There are others that we still need to do, and they would be done at a later stage while the case is still proceeding.
Are you able to confirm whether or not the Deputy President was in that vehicle, in any of those vehicles?
I'm not able to confirm that, unfortunately.
Okay. You spoke about delays. What kind of delays? And the reason why I keep harping on this question is because the way it looks to the public is that there's almost special treatment to these VIP protection members because they're being processed on a Sunday afternoon at the Sandton police station. They are only going to spend one night, and they are immediately going to be processed in court tomorrow in Randburg. So maybe just explain to the public why that happened and what sorts of delays you experienced, that it's only happening now, given that this alleged assault happened weeks ago.
Remember, when you're investigating a matter, you need to stick to what is needed in terms of you proving a case in court. So until you are ready to take the case in court, you don't want to embarrass yourself and take the case to court that is not ready. So you have to have the case ready. So we wanted to be sure that everything that we have is going to stand in court, hence the delay for today.
And in terms of, Robbie, initially they were suspended, or there was a notice of suspension, then they were suspended, and now they found themselves over to the police. What happens in terms of that initial suspension and now that they've been arrested or they've come forward to the police station?
Remember, the suspension does not necessarily relay with us. It's SAPS that are supposed to be doing that. So we wouldn't actually comment on the suspension. Because we don't know what the process was followed, what procedure was followed in doing this. So we don't know. So all we know is that we have been busy investigating. We had to identify the members, and thereafter ask them to come and see us so that we can talk to them. And everything now, we've noted them. We are aware of who they are and where they are coming from, because we had to start by actually looking for them, because it's not an easy thing to do, since they were suspended before we could even start talking to them.
Sorry, I just want to ask something. Were they actually arrested? Because they were suspended. So I just want clarity on whether or not they were arrested or they were contacted to say, you need to report to the police station on Sunday afternoon to be processed. So factually, is it correct to say that these 8 VIP members have been arrested, or they've been ordered to report to the police station to be processed?
They are going to be arrested now as we speak. Because remember, these are 8 people that after suspension, they were scattered all over the country. So for us to be able to can control so that we have them in one place, we got them in one place, then we can arrest them now.
Yeah. Everyone happy? Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. I think just for clarity purposes, Ropiwa, it's going to be imperative for us to figure out when exactly they are going to be getting more information about the 8th person that is going to be processed here. We do know so far 7 have officially arrived here at the Sandton police station. They are currently being processed. You heard the charges that they are facing. We do know the one is assault, also pointing a firearm, and a number of other charges that they are currently facing. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens tomorrow in court, given the fact that they now are going to be processed. They're basically going to spend the night in the Sandton police station holding cells, and they will then appear in court tomorrow. It's interesting, though, that the one has not arrived. We couldn't really get further details around that, but hopefully we'll get clarity, and he will make his way here soon, given the fact that they were expected to report here to the police station probably around 3 o'clock. Most of them arrived a lot earlier, and they obviously tried to distract the media because it seems as though nobody really got wind of when they did arrive.
Very important questions you were asking there, Heidi Giokos, when it comes to the special treatment of these particular people that have been implicated in the violence that we saw on the N1. So we'll definitely catch up with you a little bit later on.